Well, you've gotten on the ship, you take a deep breath and you say, "Phew, we've made it. We've gotten on and there's no way we can get kicked off." Think again. Hi, Grandma Bev here from Life with Grandma Bev, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, welcome to it. Well, I've been doing a little series of cruise tips and things during the month of January, because that's a big booking month, I guess you'd call it. People start thinking about either this coming summer's trips, which is kind of a little late to book a cruise, but you still can, or for 2024. I gotta stop and think, what year? We already booked our 2024, yeah. So, in light of a lot of fights we've been hearing about on cruise ships lately, I mean, not a whole lot. I mean, consider how many people are on them. There have been fights lately. I don't know what's gotten into people. You know, please relax, have fun, mellow out, go with the flow. But there are ways you can get kicked off of a cruise ship, and I'm going to go over some of them with you. Got my notes here. Let's see. All right, first off, you could get sick. Now, if you get real sick, you're going to be getting off that ship. We mean really sick, you know, like a heart attack or a stroke or a serious injury. You might have to be, what do you call, evacuated or medevaced off, or the helicopter comes and or the next port they take you off because you need hospital assistance. I mean, yes, there is a medical facility on the cruise ships, but they're not specialists in treating some of these things, and you want to get the best care you can. So, and of course, nowadays, sometimes, well, even now, if you come down with a particular pandemic, they may not remove you right away, but they'll put you in a cabin away from everybody else, and you stay in that cabin until the end of the cruise. Let's see. If you skip the muster drill. Now, the muster drill is what happens when you, during the first day you're on the ship, they always go over a big safety procedure, which is called a muster drill. And it used to be that depending on where your cabin was, you were assigned a particular common area on the ship where at a particular time of the day you go and you listen to them talk about, you know, how to put your life vest on, what to do for any kind of, you know, emergency. Excuse me, like that. And during the pandemic, they changed it to being on the TVs, which was really nice. And then you still had to go check in somewhere, but you didn't have to go in the big room with everybody. Well, they're getting back to the big room again, yes, on some of them. So even though you've heard it, you feel like 100 times, you still need to go. I mean, how many times have you heard the airline attendants talk about what to do on and off a plane? Do you really pay close attention each time? And then all of a sudden you know that if something started happening, you'd panic and you'd blank. So it's best to always follow the rules. I know people don't like rules nowadays, but sometimes they're there for a good reason. So if you skip the drill, you might have to bye-bye. Okay, and of course, it goes without saying, if you bring any kind of illegal drugs or firearms or things like that, if they didn't catch them when your luggage and things went through the magnetometers, but your steward happens to run across some in your cabin, you're going to get in trouble for that. And you also may be approached by people in port, you know, in different ports, trying to sell you some goodies. Don't be tempted to buy them. Yes, I know you're on vacation and you want to have some fun with some of that stuff. And I know some of the states it's legal now. But please refrain, unless you want to risk getting kicked off the ship. Yeah, you can go for a week or two. Yeah. All right, if you refuse to go through the required screening because you're afraid someone will notice your contraband, they don't have to let you on board. If you refuse to let your bag go through there, hey, you're looking suspicious, and they can kick you off the ship. Just, like I said, go with the flow. Make a bomb threat. Well, geez, that kind of goes without saying. It's like a no-brainer, you know? Would you want to find out that part of the ship blew up and half the people died or got injured, and then you find out afterwards that, oh, well, somebody did make a bomb threat, but the ship didn't take it seriously? Be pretty agitated. I didn't want to use another word. So, don't even be kidding around or joking. You know, I know a lot of times people try to kid around going through TSA. I feel tempted to, because I'm kind of a kidder-arounder. And I just want to make them feel a little more, you know, but, you know, they're very serious about their work. And they might take you as the opposite way. Not a person that's a happy-go-lucky person going through, but this person must have something to hide. So, you know, don't even kid around about making threats. Okay, another reason to not get on it, or, you know, not get on it to begin with, which I think, I can't imagine them kicking you off once you're on it, because you usually have to show, you know, these things before you get on, before you check in, and that's failing to show correct travel or health documents. Well, if you forget your passport or visas or things, your trip is over before you get on it. I always try to carry them on me. It's always on me. I don't put it in any other bags. They're on me. On my suitcase, you know, my purse is crossbody. That's got them all right there. So when I get on the ship, I've gone through their thorough screening. Now I even bring my card. Ooh, I said the bad word. Sorry. I even bring my vaccination card along, just in case I'll need it. I haven't yet, but it's there just in case, because you never know. Okay, of course, if you try to bring any forged documents on, such as a passport, vaccine card, or a negative test, which some of them are requiring you to take tests again, that's grounds for kicking you off, or not letting you on in the first place. All right, so you buy a drink for a minor. That's a no-no. What if it was your own kid? Well, maybe your own kid, you don't care. But don't try to buy drinks for kids that are under the age for drinking. That's just not cool, you know. Engage in disorderly or reckless conduct. Well, see, that's what I was talking about when I began. You know, you get irritated by somebody and you throw a punch. We're trying to be a macho guy or a macho gal, you know. There's no place for that on the cruise ships. Everybody's on there to have fun. If somebody's getting belligerent or something, just walk away. It takes more of a person to walk away than to engage in a fight. You know, I mean, gosh, people. Okay, where am I at? 9. Break quarantine. Okay, so say you tested positive for a flu. And they put you in quarantine, and you're supposed to stay in that cabin. And they find you in some other place on the ship. Well, that's grounds to kick you off. They're trying to protect everybody. I mean, you wouldn't like it if you found out someone who tested positive was roaming around among you, you know. Gosh, that just seems like a no-brainer. Steal items from the ship. Well, I guess they're everywhere you go. People, if they can get away with stealing something, they will. I just don't think it's worth it. It's not something you need, you know, usually. Yeah. Things like the bathrobes. They'll charge you. I mean, they've got your addresses and everything. They'll charge you for the bathrobes, or if you take towels or things like that. You don't need to take that stuff. Okay, be abusive to the captain or the crew. Now, they're on there just trying to do their job and help keep you happy and safe. There's no point in being abusive. If you have a problem with somebody, pay attention to their name and go and report the other way, you know, to their superiors. Don't get in a scuffle with a crew member or be rude or nasty. Maybe they're having a bad day, you know. Give them a break too. Let's see, that might have been my last one I haven't. Where'd that come from on here? So, I think that's it. Just 11. Okay, 11 things. So I hope this is helpful for you. I try to make them a little entertaining too. Well, like I say, I'm a, you know, a grandma in her 70s, and I've done, you know, 25 ships, cruises. And each time you go, you learn something new. And the biggest thing I've learned is to just don't complain. Just go with the flow. This too will pass. And it may be a lesson you need to learn anyway. So please comment below, share, like, and subscribe. And I hope you are all having a wonderful January, and that this may help get you hyped up to book a cruise. Bye.